And this is my audience. As a wife and a mother of three, I find it very important to be prepared for anything that can happen. With this being said, I believe everybody should learn to help save a life and learn CPR. Workers, parents, daycare providers, siblings, everybody should learn how to do CPR. It's one of those things where you don't know when you could need it, but having it could really save somebody's life unexpectedly. So I believe very firmly in that. American Heart Association also believes that anyone can learn CPR, and everyone should. On average, 88% of cardio arrest happens right there at home for the individuals. If somebody in their family was there and was capable of doing CPR, they can help prevent that person's death. Starting it and just being able to do it until the medical providers show up will help save their life. A lot of businesses require that their employees already know CPR, and it's different types of businesses. Certified arborists like my husband is required to be certified in CPR. Daycare providers, teachers, all of them have to know CPR. Doesn't matter what kind of company you're in, it could still help anybody. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation is what CPR stands for. This is just taking and putting pressure on somebody's chest and pumping the blood through their heart so it pumps to their brain to help make sure that they still receive the oxygen needed in their brain. Doing this, even for a little while till the ambulance shows up, will help save somebody's life because it only takes 2 minutes of lack of oxygen for a person's brain to start having major problems. As stated by the Child Development Institute, knowing first aid is very important for parents. It is part of keeping your children alive, and part of that is knowing CPR. They are very firm believers that all parents should know CPR. You never know when your kid might start choking on something, and knowing CPR can help correct that problem and keep them alive. A lot of reasons to know CPR would be accidents. Something as simple as falling down and losing your breath and going unconscious. If somebody was there to be able to do CPR, that is going to save that person's life. There's also the near drownings. You see all this time how poor children drown because their parents don't know CPR or something. It's not a guarantee, but it would help on so many cases. It could help save that child's life. Suffocation, as a lot of people know, children tend to have more issues with suffocation. Babies in particular can suffocate, and there is CPR methods for babies as well. You've got poisonings. Being able to do CPR until a medic can get there and start doing CPR and putting the IVs will help keep that person alive. You've got smoke inhalation. There's electrocution injuries. Yeah, I'm not talking nothing major. Obviously, if you hit with some major wattage, you're probably not going to need CPR, but minor injuries, your kid gets their screwdriver in the socket and gets a good shock to them, you may need CPR. That is another reason why parents in general should definitely learn CPR. A lot of people hear about sudden infant death syndrome, known as SIDS. A lot of this could also be saved by knowing CPR. If your child is stopped breathing and you can get to them within the first few seconds, you're getting right there. After 4 minutes, there is severe brain damage, so the sooner you can get to them with CPR and keep it going till the medics can get there, the more likely you're going to save that baby's life. So today, everything's fine. Nothing happens. It doesn't seem like you need CPR. But as we all know, tomorrow brings another day, and it can be just as unpredictable as anything in this world. You can't even keep the weather straight these days, so think how many things could happen. With that being said, what would it harm to take the chance to learn CPR? It doesn't take a lot, and you can even learn it online these days. I recommend taking the time to do so because you never know when you might actually need it. You could can save a life just by taking a few hours course online to learn CPR.